Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising, and this is the weekly intuitive tarot reading for March 30th to April the 5th. Gemini, this week we have the Awakening Oracle card. We have the Star, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Tower, and the Seven of Pentacles. Gemini, obviously we've got, half the spread major arcana here. Also for me, the aces are almost like major arcana. So really significant stuff going on. Yeah, we've got the Tower. It came out so much last week as well. Guys, we're a community, we're a world in crisis at the moment. I really wish that all of you, your friends and your family and yourselves are safe and healthy, and that we're all in this together. We're all going through this chaos together. So yeah, I'm really not surprised to see the Tower there. It's happening on a macro scale, and then obviously a micro scale within ourselves as well, because what's happening in the world at large is always a reflection of what's happening with us. It reflects to us on a personal level as well. Got the Hanged Man as well. I was just watching Truth Well Told Tarot, which who I absolutely love. Shout outs to her channel, she's amazing. She in her daily spread today pulled the Hanged Man and said she wouldn't be surprised if we were seeing that a lot at the moment. And then bang, this is the first reading I'm doing today, and here goes the Hanged Man. We're suspended at the moment. We're suspended in time. We're on pause. We need an awakening. We need a greater sense of enlightenment. We need to raise our vibration collectively in order to move past these crises that we're facing as a collective. So guys, I'm just going to kick off the reading at the Oracle card, and then we'll go to the cards. The reading today, obviously, this will definitely relate to your personal situation, but excuse me, I can already see by the cards here that it's definitely a reflection of what's happening globally as well, and it's a collective. Okay, so awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You're starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through the base of your spine. The most important thing for you at this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with light soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You're remembering, and your soul gifts are emerging. So we all need to stay grounded at this time, and we all need to be responsible for our own energy, our own mental health and things like that, to not spiral into the fear and the panic that the mass media are definitely stirring for us. I'm not saying that there's not any reason to be worried or concerned, but we don't want to buy into the hysteria of that. We need to keep our immune systems functioning well. We need to keep ourselves in a good space. We need to keep our own vibrations high, because we really need healing energy in this world at this time. So guys, I'm going to kick it off with the Tower. We're in crisis at the moment. And yeah, this is happening on a global scale, but it's affecting us all personally on an individual scale as well. I have friends that work in, say, hospitality, who have lost their jobs and they don't have financial resources. I'm lucky here in Australia that our government has stepped in, and some people are able to get financial help. It's just not going to be possible for everyone in this world, in the different countries that you're living with. Some people are facing drastic times, financial hardships, stress that can bring down our relationships. This is a massive revelation as well. We have maybe been living in an illusion as humanity that that we're okay, that we're immortal, that we're powerful. Well, we're not more powerful than nature, and we're not more powerful than some of these super viruses and things that are coming up. We're really awakening to the fact that we are vulnerable. That's what I see here. We have the Tower. There's so many constructs that are coming down. Our political and economic structures are crumbling. There's probably going to be global financial crisis and a recession. In so many areas of our lives, globally and individually and personally, anything at the moment that is not stable is coming down. But guys, we have new beginning energy in this reading. I do feel that ultimately this event in history and time is some kind of, karmic cleansing for us all, to get us to a sense of awakening, to help us evolve. These old constructs have to come down, and things are really heating up. We haven't, at a global scale, we haven't paid attention to the small crises that we've faced along the way. The greed's just been getting greater. All of these things, the word just escapes me, the corruption, all of that's just been getting greater and greater, and that's why, we face tower events. It's the same in our personal situation. When we don't end that relationship, when we don't leave that job that's toxic for us, when we ignore the universe's little pokes with a feather, the little signs, then we get the Mack truck, and that's the tower. So the tower is, in the tarot, is a blessing in disguise, because it's there to bring down what's not serving you anymore, what's not in alignment for you, so that you can get back on your true life path. So guys, we're seeing this at all levels at the moment. So some of you may be losing your job, some of you may be ending relationships, some of you may be losing your homes, and I am so sorry for all of that, but we have to, join together and realize that this is just a moment in time, and we will recover from this as a collective. So that's the tower energy, guys. But ultimately at the moment, the world is taking a pause. We're taking a pause at the moment. I mean, in Australia here, we're all in self-isolation at the moment. We can go outside, we can go to the supermarket, to the doctor, or the bank, but other than that, everything's closed. We are being asked to slow down, and that's going to affect us at all different levels. A lot of people are even off work. This is a pause so that we can really recollect ourselves, and we can establish a new way of living. That's what I'm seeing here. So obviously a lot of you will be forced to take this pause at the moment in this week, but it's happening at all scales, and I think we can use this time to reflect internally, to heal old hurts and wounds while we have this moment to pause, and while we might be feeling quite vulnerable and our hearts are open, we can really dive deep and see what's in there that needs to be purged, needs to be released. And it's not going to go on forever, guys. We've still got this one battle sword here that once we come out of this, we'll be able to go full steam ahead again. But at the moment, the pause button is on. And it's just a big reminder that some of the things that we haven't been, some of the things that we've been investing our time and energy in this world and personally, have just not been working for us anymore. We're at a period of time now where, we need to do things differently. We need to put our time and energy into different things, maybe going back to basics, maybe stepping away from greed and corruption, all of those kind of things. But for you personally too, this might be you reflecting that whatever this tower relates to for you, that maybe you were putting your energy in the wrong place. Maybe you were trying to really push with something like that job, like that relationship, and that you had a certain amount of stability and success that you built with that, but you're just not you're not feeling it anymore, and you really want to put your time and energy into new things. That's what I'm seeing here with this card. It's really time to reflect on what is bringing value in your life, and then, putting energy where you want to build greater value. I mean, the Hanged Man could have slotted in so many different places in this reading, guys. The Hanged Man is again that feeling of being suspended at the moment. So yes, it goes together with the Four of Swords in that way. It goes with the Awakening Oracle card, because this person, this Hanged Man, this you or I, this is about us, gathering information about how to move forward, seeking enlightenment, seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom on how to get through this time. It goes with the Tower as well, because this is about understanding the bigger picture, getting the insight that we need. So that's the Hanged Man energy. We are in a moment of pause at the moment, but you know, collectively we need to evolve, and we need to see the bigger picture of what's going on here. And once we get that and we gain that information, that's when we can move forward. And we all need to do that together, and we all need to be responsible for doing our own part there. So that's the Hanged Man energy, you know, and they really talk about dying the death of the Hanged Man. So this can be, you know, related to this Tower situation, going through that grief process from, you know, if you want to talk about it in terms of the virus, we can, or your personal situation, the process is the same. First of all, often starts out with denial, denying that there's a problem in that relationship with that coronavirus, all of these things. And then, you know, we go into sort of a bartering. Well, if I just do this, this and this, then I'll be all right. If I just go out with my face mask, I'll be all right. And then we can get to a place where, you know, the anger sets in, and then depression and sadness, before we finally just accept things for how it is and surrender to that, surrender to the fact that we are not the highest force in this. So we just need to surrender, and what will be, but obviously we take our own precautions. You know, that tower is coming down whether we like it or not, and it's bringing down a whole lot of things for us personally as well. There's nothing we can do outside of our own individual responsibilities. So it's about surrendering, seeing the bigger picture, and knowing that we're going to end up in a better place after this. But the beautiful thing in your reading here, Gemini, is that we have the beautiful star and the Ace of Swords. Now, the star energy is actually the card in the Major Arcana that follows on from the Tower. This is a calm after the storm, and it's about, you know, dreaming big and making new wishes, because new beginning energy is following closely on the heels of that Tower for you. The star is that beautiful calming sense of renewal. It's rebalancing those emotional waters of life, getting back into a place of healing and harmony. It shows a great sense of vulnerability here with that naked character in the card there. Some of you might be feeling quite stripped bare. Some of you might have been stripped bare of identities like your job, you know, your career, your home, a role in the community, whatever it is. That's how you could be feeling right now. And Star asks you to, you know, do the healing work you need to rebalance yourself. Whether that's just, you know, if you are able to go out for a walk in nature, or nurture yourself while you're in self-isolation in any way you can, that's what we need to do. But, you know, with the star, you know, there is the promise of, you know, rebirth. This is the rebirth. This is the phoenix rising from those ashes and making new dreams on the star. This is a card of hope, of faith. So we need to have that as a collective. And, you know, that star is divine guidance, you know. This is awakening to new hope, new faith, and new beginnings. And the Ace of Swords, beautiful. I mean, the Ace of Swords is, you know, again, also goes with that Hanged Man. I feel like the Hanged Man and the Tower are definitely the pivotal cards in this reading. If the Hanged Man is seeking information, knowledge, big picture enlightenment, and how, you know, on how to move forward, the Ace of Swords is that coming in. So it won't be long before you'll know in your personal situation how to move through whatever you're facing with this situation. The Ace of Swords can be a revelation, can be a truth revealed, can be a brilliant new idea, maybe of how to make money if you've lost your job, or you know, how to be resourceful, all of that kind of thing. So it's that kind of energy. It can be a breakthrough as well. You know, there's going to be a lot of breakthroughs for all of us as we are forced to pause and slow down and reconsider how we do life individually and on a macro scale as well. It's a card of victory. It's a card of power, and it's a strong card of awakening to new beginnings, Gemini. It's a really intense reading, guys. I'm expecting a lot of them to look like that this week, and they did last week as well. You know, you are going through an awakening. You know, yes, things are coming down for you with this Tower energy, but we have beautiful new beginnings. We have the knowledge coming in that you need, and we have the beautiful star energy here, and the key is just to keep having hope and faith. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I really do wish you all the best this week. Feel free to leave me a comment. We can start a community chat if ever anyone wants to talk or needs support in any way. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.